I mean, we had to go through the last K. It was hectic for the last K. Then we came around on the finish straight with the K to go. Bernie Isaac took the lead. Mark Renshaw on his wheel, and me and Mark's Bernie took us to about 600. Mark was about to go, but Julian Dean came on the right, and he didn't have Tyler on his wheel, but he came over on Mark and put his left elbow over Mark.
Julian Dean came around and tried to box in Renshaw and came really close to him, had his elbow in front of him, riding into the direction of the fence, which is not nice. So Renshaw kept him away with his head 2-3 times just to make sure to say, there's no way you kill me on this fence here.
The stage when Julian Dean came next to me, it didn't really leave me much choice but to use my head and shoulders. So I think the only option I could have done was to brake, and I think that would have caused a major crash behind.
If Mark didn't react, the chances are he'd either go in the barriers or they'd link bars and go down. I was behind it, and I seen him come, the barriers come back, and Mark got his head in to open up the space again. As soon as the space I had to go, which was about 400 metres to go, and it was an awful long sprint. Normally I go 200, 250 metres. But you know, I could see what was going on ahead, and I could see Julian getting Mark and closing the door. As soon as I seen the gap, I had to go, and I went and was able to hold them off to the line, so I was really happy for the win. But obviously, you know, there's been a decision made against Mark in the final.
They've made their determination. There is no appeal process with UCI, so we of course have to accept their exclusion of Mark from the race.
You know, I don't believe it's a fair punishment for anything, you know, and I don't believe that Mark was the only one at fault either, so that's a sad end to the day and a sad end to Mark's tour actually.
I've been disqualified from the race. I find that a very harsh decision very harsh punishment for what happened today. I don't think it was fair at all. I think I've been very hard done by.
You know, he was hit hard by another athlete coming into his line. He held his line, he kept his hands on his bar, he held his position.
It was obvious when Julian Dean, the Garmin rider, came up next to me, he moved off his line towards the left. I don't think that the commissaires saw this, and they only saw me use my head to keep my balance. A very difficult day for me and for the team. Extremely disappointed that I won't be able to continue racing with the guys.
We've adapted before we lost Adam Hansen, who was an important part of our lead-out train for this race. Cav is a very strong sprinter, as you saw today. He won quite decisively. We think he remains competitive even with the loss of Mark Renshaw.
Yeah, we'll have to do the best we can. Like I said, we've got a great group of guys, and you know, hopefully can adapt to the situation. We'll see what we can do.